guys, it's Tara, and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be making a berry tart just in time for Valentine's Day. But before we get started, I'd love it if you would join our community, so smash that subscribe button. I post new videos every Sunday. Here's a list of the ingredients we will be using today. They will also be in the description box below. First, we're going to take 1/2 cup of raw almonds and 1/2 cup of raw walnuts, and we're going to pulse these together until they resemble coarse crumbs. We're not looking for nut butter and we're not looking for flour. We're just looking for a good texture, one that will be perfect for the top of the tart. We're doing this step first. We're going to reserve this on the side for after we finish the bottom. That looks just perfect. In a small bowl, we're going to take 1½ cups of almond flour. To that, we're going to add 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I make my own. If you're interested in a video on this, leave me a comment below. Next, I'm grabbing some coconut oil. You'll notice that the kind I'm using is more solid. If you can't find this type, then use coconut butter. We do not want it to be liquid. Coconut oil helps with digestion. It has antimicrobial properties that help to support your immune system and also supports hormone production. And studies have also shown it helps to increase focus and mental performance. I highly recommend coconut oil. Next, I'm grabbing a few cracks of Himalayan pink salt, and I'm gonna stir that together. Perfect. Next, I'm gonna add 2 teaspoons of plant-based milk. I prefer unsweetened almond milk. Use whatever type you like. This helps to keep it dairy-free. Just perfect. At this point, I realized I needed just a little bit more of the coconut oil, so I added 1 more tablespoon. An important part of the cooking process I've learned is that flexibility on my part is necessary. Sometimes something just has to be tweaked in order for it to work out okay, and that's okay. There, that's just the consistency that I'm looking for. We really just want it to be able to hold together. So I'm greasing this really well with some coconut oil. Next, I'm gonna add the mixture to the pan. I love this tart pan. I'll link it below. I just think it works really, really well. So I'm just spreading this all into the pan. If you preferred, you could use regular flour or a different kind of flour for this as well. This is just how I wanted to do it to make it low carb. So I'm taking some wax paper here and I'm just smushing it down. We just need the very thinnest crust, just enough to hold together. You can make this thicker if you like. You could double this recipe and have a much thicker crust if you'd prefer. I love this wax paper hack. It just makes it so much easier to get it in the pan. Next, I'm gonna stick this in a preheated oven at 350 degrees for about 5 to 7 minutes. Now it's time to make the filling. So I'm taking 12 ounces of blueberries and 16 ounces of strawberries. I washed the strawberries, now I'm just chopping them up. You could put these in a food processor if you wanted. I just felt like doing it this way. Perfect. Now we're gonna take a medium saucepan over medium heat and I'm gonna add the strawberries to the pan. Then we're gonna take the blueberries. I did, of course, rinse them. Add them straight to the pan. I'm just doing this low because I don't want it to burn on the bottom, but we do need to get it heated up. That's great. This is gonna reduce down as we're doing the rest of the steps. Next, we're gonna add the ground up almonds and walnuts to the same bowl. Very quick and easy cleanup with this recipe. Then we're gonna add 1 cup of almond flour. I only have the 1/2 cup ready at the moment, so they equal 1 cup. Then I'm adding 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon, a few cracks of the Himalayan pink salt, just right, and then another teaspoon of the vanilla extract. Very similar to the way that we made the base of this tart, though this will be a little bit chunkier. Then I'm adding the 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. I love having the ground up almonds and walnuts in here because of the added health benefits. Almonds are high in protein. They contain calcium, iron, magnesium, phosphorus, potassium, zinc, vitamin C. They're just so good for you. Walnuts improve heart health, help with weight management, boost bone health, improve your brain health. They have antioxidants in them. They improve your metabolism, can help to control diabetes, and also cleanse your digestive system. They are just so good for you. I decided to add another tablespoon of the coconut oil because I want this to be crumbly for the topping. That's looking really good. You really want to get your hands in there and feel the consistency of it. That's how you're going to know if it's good enough. You really can't go wrong. That's what we're looking for. Look at that. Oh, that's just so perfect. See how I'm squeezing it together and it kind of sticks together? That's how you know it's right. I did decide to add another teaspoon of cinnamon. I really want this to have a really cinnamony kick when you bite into it with the crumble topping. There, that looks so good. Getting back to our fruit on the stove, I'm adding 1/3 of a cup of monk fruit extract. Monk fruit is, in my opinion, the best sugar alternative. It's safe, it's gluten-free, it's paleo, keto, safe for diabetics, 100% natural, no aftertaste, great for your immune system, protects your liver, lowers your glucose levels, it's antimicrobial, helps with coughing, phlegm relieving. I highly recommend it. I did add a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon and a few cracks of the Himalayan pink salt. Now I've taken the tart out of the oven. It's been about 6 minutes, and I put it onto a cookie sheet. Our fruit mixture is coming along very nicely with a nice low boil. That's exactly what we're looking for. It's really breaking down and turning into almost like a syrup. I grabbed 1/2 of a lemon. I love this lemon press. I'll link this below also. It just makes it so much easier. You don't have to worry about any seeds getting inside of your tart. And I just squeeze it right in there. The lemon really helps to keep it fresh. It also helps it to last longer since these are very, very fresh ingredients. Boy, that's really looking good. Now I'm taking 2½ tablespoons to equal 1 tablespoon of cornstarch and adding 1/3 of a cup of filtered water. We do not want to add the cornstarch straight to the mixture because it can get clumpy, so doing it this way is going to ensure the texture of the inside of the tart will be absolutely perfect. I love using cornstarch as a thickener because it doesn't add any flavor and it keeps it gluten-free, but it just really helps everything to bind together. Boy, that looks really, really good. Can't wait to try it. You want to make sure you heat this mixture back to a boil. That's how the cornstarch has the best thickening properties. That looks so good. Now it's time to add it to the tart. You do not have to wait for this to cool. I just poured it right in. This recipe really could not get any easier. Boy, this is going to be really delicious. I just kind of used my spatula just to level it out. Now I have my crumb mixture. Look at that. Perfect. And I'm just sprinkling it right on top. Again, if you want more crumb mixture, you can double this recipe and add even more. I feel like this way was just perfect for me, but you feel free to change it any way you like. I'm just making sure I have the entire tart covered with the mixture. That looks so good. Now I'm going to place this back into the oven. Again, it's set to 350 degrees. Just placing it right in there. And I'm going to set my timer for 20 minutes. Now it's time to make the whipped topping. We're grabbing a can of coconut cream. I use full fat. I do keep this in the refrigerator upside down for the night before, so it is very cold. We are only going to use the cream part. So we do not want to pour the water in here. That's why it's so important to keep it upside down. See all that water? We're discarding that. Now I'm using my hand mixer. You can use a stand mixer. You can use a whisk. It just takes a lot of effort, so I'm using my hand mixer for this. And we're just whipping it up. Next, we're going to add 1/4 of a cup of the monk fruit extract. I really, really love this stuff. I will leave a link below because it is very hard to find. So we're just whipping it until it's all incorporated. Ugh, that looks so good. There, that's just about perfect. This topping is so good. It isn't too sweet, it's dairy-free, it's vegan. Even if you were not a lover of coconut, this is so delicious. Trust me, you have got to try this. Next, we're taking the tart. This is completely cooled. It needs to be completely cooled. And I am taking 1/4 of a cup of the confectioner sugar, and I'm just sifting it right on top. You don't have to do this step. I just really think it makes it look so pretty and just adds just a special flair to it. One thing I noticed with the monk fruit extract versus the regular sugar of confectioner sugar, it doesn't get wet. Sometimes when you cover something that has confectioner sugar on it, it kind of gets wet. This doesn't do that, so I absolutely love it. Now look at that. This is the next day. I took it out of the fridge, brought it to work, and look at that. Oh my goodness, that tart is absolutely perfect. Who would have believed that such a thin crust could yield such a perfect tart? And look, there it is, this delicious, you could have this for breakfast, you could have this for dessert, any time of the day. It's high in protein. You can feel good about eating this. It is great for diabetics, somebody on a low-carb diet. Here, I've topped it with some of the whipped topping and some blueberries. Guys, you have got to try this. I can't wait to hear what you think of it. And if you haven't already, I would love for you to join our community and smash that subscribe button. Also, leave me a comment below of something you'd like to see next. Be sure to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I post different things there throughout the week. Well, guys, thanks for cooking with me. See you next time. Bye, guys.